Hey guys, what's up? Joe, good morning. Morning caffeine. Cheers. Thumbnail pick. I usually get Folgers, the instant shit. But this time I got some Colombian brew and yeah, it's too strong. I'm gonna twack out a bit. Next time I'll put a scoop less. Alright, this video might be a little boring. I'll be up front. I was gonna make it, but I figured fuck it, it might help you in any manner. So yeah. Basically, when I'm working on a video for Paul, there's always something that comes up that can take a lot of time, right? Whether say like it's a sound effect that I'm always using, or say if like there's like a certain like visual that I need to use over and over again, just anything that can like take up my time in the future, I make a note, right? So usually this is kind of like a desktop like sticky note thing. I don't know, it's just like a notepad thing, right? That comes with the Windows. So basically how I work is that I have a main project file from Premiere Pro, right? And basically in this project file, it says, I call it the main template, right? So I'm click on that. Basically what I do is, this is just a main template. So I'm gonna remove the camera for a bit. So basically, you know, I got my sequence here. Is if I maximize this, as you can see here, I have a bunch of layers ready to go. Also, I have like, have Paul's watermark. Let me expand this. So this is Paul's watermark, you know, that you should see up here in the top right from these videos. And this is an adjustment layer that has some color correcting and then the end screens, right? But we zoom in here in the beginning. This is basically the intro for Paul's Tech News. So if I play that. So yeah, it's just ready to go, right? So basically that's what I do. Yeah, in order for me to save time, I basically get a lot started as much as I can before I start a project, right? That's what I do. So I make one major project file in Premiere Pro. And in this project file, like I said, I have like the all my layers here ready to go. I got the intro ready to go. I got like the adjustment layer, my watermark. Also, since I do a lot of audio correction, if we look at the audio track mixer, as you can see here, I already have all the filters ready to go. They already have like kind of like not necessarily a preset, but they're adjusted to like a manner that I use them. So for example, the parametric equalizer, I already have a high pass and a low pass, and usually these areas here where I usually cut out like the frequencies that are kind of like, you know, high-pitched whistling, right? So all that's ready to go for me to like, you know, just click on it and start making my adjustments, right? If there's something that you see yourself doing repeatedly in a video, it's best for you to write it down and basically, you know, make a template like this and then basically, you know, get it done ahead of time just to help you edit a lot faster because, you know, redoing the same shit over and over again is gonna kill your time. It's just, you know, it's definitely it's a waste of time. Another thing I do is basically, I have a sound effects tab, and basically this has basically everything I use in regards to a sound effects, right? You know, even memes, like jokes or whatever, freaking like bass sounds, explosions, you know, people clapping. If I double click on this to play it. Aww. You know, like just anything that I use like constantly for Paul's videos, I just drop it in here, right? I download it once, I save it here, so next time I open a project, it's already here ready to go, right? You know, the same can go with like even the intro and the outro, right? So usually Paul at the end of his video, he always talk about his merch store, right? Double click that. So you can see here, basically what this is like one long like picture that's really, really long. So basically I did like a scroll animation that scrolls from like from top to bottom, right? So basically this is just an animation that I did. Just goes up, goes up, goes up. And these guys, these are like the banners I created right here, right? So they just has like that crazy cartoon look. So it's all really made and is nested in here, right? So when I'm ready to go, I just click this guy. I could just click this and drop it in here and it's ready to go, right? As you can see here. So yeah, it just stuff like that can help you save time to get going, right? Same thing with any animations, right? Say like this is like the thumbs up animation at the end of the video. It has like the animation and along with like the pop sound. So yeah, that's ready to go. So again, you know, towards the end of the video when Paul says, hey guys, like the video, I can simply just click and drag it. It's a nest file, so I can just hit play. And there you go. Yeah, little shit like that, if you're able to do it ahead of time, anything really, just get it done. And like I said, I have a list of stuff that I'm gonna do, which is the reason why I decided to make this video. It's pretty quick, but basically, you know, in this case, I need to make benchmark nest. And what that is, there's a folder here that says benchmark files, and I got benchmarks ready slide. So basically what this is that every time Paul does like a benchmark video, I got a lot of these nested video clips. All right, let's do this. Say Shadow of the Tomb Raider, right? So every time Paul does like a benchmark files, obviously the results are going to be different for depending what CPU or graphic card that he's using, right? So basically what I do is like these clips here in the bottom, these are video clips, right? And each one of these just simply is positioned up here in the top right of the corner, right? Now this guy over here is basically a temporary PSD file and it's offline. And the reason why it's offline is because I can easily replace this, right? So in other words, let's just say Paul sends me like his new slides, right? This is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So this is from like a previous video that we did. So this is brand new, right? So I'm gonna click and drag this over here at the moment. Actually get this window, merge layers, hit OK. So now I got like the new PSD file for Paul's benchmark results, right? So in that case, what I can do is I click and drag and I hold the Alt key. And then like it selects this clip, I let go. And it replaces like the media offline file with the new Shadow of the Tomb Raider benchmark slide, right? And remember how we said that like the video here in the top right is basically, you know, just benchmark footage from like Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So it's there already and I just replaced it and it's already updated, so it's ready to go, right? So again, like this shit will save you a lot of time if you were to do it ahead of time, depending on what you do, right? I always do it in this manner, right? That's basically what I'm gonna do for my morning. Right now it's what, Sunday, so Paul's starting to use new video games that came out recently, obviously because things changed. So basically he's gonna start using these new games to do benchmarks, say like Far Cry or Resident Evil Village. So I need to make a new benchmark files and keep it in here, right? So when next time we do a project that involves benchmarks, like I said, I can just click and drag and replace this file and everything's good to go, right? It saves me a lot of time. And one more final thing. You know, sometimes Paul like makes a joke about feeling kind of wheezy, you know? So basically what I do is I add that one like sitar sound effect, you know, to make it sound like Paul is high or some shit, right? And I made that in a list here. Add sitar high music. So what I do is I go to YouTube here. I can just look up sitar. I think I spelled it wrong. Yeah, so I can just go to YouTube and this is like the sound effect that I usually use. You know, so I just highlight this. I do right click, copy, and I use something called 4K downloader is what I use. I paste the link, so I might as well go high quality, browse. So obviously I want to save this for a future reference. I'm going to put it in an area where I can find it easily. That way when I open up Premiere Pro again, it's in an area that's easily located, right? So in case something gets lost or whatever, I know where it's at. So I actually have a folder here that says sound effects, right? So save it in there, download this shit, and there you go. It's ready to go, right? So now we go back to Premiere Pro. Now again, because I want to save time, if I drop this guy in here, and if I want to use a sound effect, it's going to drop both like the video and the audio at the same time. Now, I don't need the video, and I don't want to click and delete the fucking video every time I, you know, drop in like the sound effect, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go to Media Encoder, and I'm going to drop this guy in here. And what I'm going to do is basically export this as a waveform file. And I guess I'm going to find the spot that's ready. Sound effects are rich. So sitar sound effects, save, export. It should be super quick. Blah, done. It's right here, sitar sound effects. So now drop this guy in here. And there you go. So now when I click and drag it, it's just the audio file. And that's basically it. So, I mean, yeah, I had to go through all these steps to like, you know, get to this point, but it's time that's going to save me ahead of time. That way I don't have to worry about it when I'm actually editing a video, right? Because doing all this little other shit, you know, removing stuff that I don't need or whatever, if I can get it done ahead of time, then I'll do it, right? So that's pretty much what I do, right? And like I said, I have a list of stuff that I need to do. That way, like in the future videos, when I need to like, you know, if I need to reuse that same visual effect or sound effect or do these benchmarks, right? They're done. It's ready to go. I don't have to worry about it. So yeah. So anyways, that's basically it. You know, like simply put, if like there's something you can do ahead of time to save you time, then go for it, right? And like in this case, it's a main project file. Every time I open this, everything's there that I need is ready to go, right? So when I open it, I don't mess with the original file. I do a save as, and it creates a copy. That way the original stays alone, doesn't get altered, right? And then like from there, I just, you know, work on my video, then I deliver it to Paul, and yeah, that's basically how it works, right? So yeah, that's it. Anyway, so if you like the video, leave a like, give me a comment, ask questions if you guys want. If there's something particular you want to learn, then like I'll be happy to help, right? So yeah, that's basically it. Hope the video helps, all right? Take care and peace.